provided an example, and we are going to see what are the elements, what are the good elements of a good introduction. I need someone to read, please, this. For many, yes, Sukina?
For many people who have to travel each day, widen to Sechi, public transportation seems to be the best
option
available. It's not only
ensure
safety and save money, but also reduce traffic congestion and
improves
air quality.
Fine, right. So let me read it again for you to see things clearly. For many people who have to travel each day within the city, public transportation seems to be the best option available. It not only ensures safety and saves money, but also reduces traffic congestion and improves air quality. Now let me ask you a question here. What are the elements of a good introduction? What is the first thing I wrote about here? Yes?
Public transport.
That's good. It means, so here is the, I'm going to use a different color. Yes. So you see, I talked about public transportation. What is the next element I kept? So of course here.
The best option available.
That's good, yes. The best option available. And after that I gave what?
General ideas.
Right, that's good. Yes, Omar, I gave ideas, ensures, safety. What else?
Save money. Reduce
traffic congestion. And improves air quality. Now, we are going to, yes, here, we are going to say what makes a good introduction. When we talk about an introduction, it means you should have what? You should have a strong what? You should have a strong thesis statement. What is a thesis? A thesis, it's very simple. It's made of what? Number one, you have to talk about what? You have to talk about
topic.
Yes, you must talk about the topic because you have to tell your readers what is the general topic, then you narrow it down. You are going to show them what is what?
Point of essay.
Yes. What is the point of the essay? This is what makes a strong thesis statement in the introduction. After that, you provide what? A list of what? That's good. Yes. A list of general ideas. So if you want to make a strong impression in the introduction, you have to come up with a strong thesis statement. Very simply, you have to repeat your topic. You have to tell your readers what are you going to talk about in the next stage after the introduction, the point of the essay, and you are going to show them which ideas you are going to talk about in details. Why the introduction is so important? Because it's very simple. The introduction is what? It's a summary. It's a summary of the essay. Because in the introduction, you show your readers exactly what you are going to do. So they are not going to be confused. When they see your introduction, they are sure that you are going to talk about, for example, these ideas. So you have to be careful. So this is just a piece of advice. When you write, for example, 3 general ideas here, you have to write afterwards, how many paragraphs do you have to write?
3.
3 paragraphs, good. It means for each general idea, you write a paragraph, okay? Now we are done with the introduction. Then if we finish with the introduction, let's call it number 1, we are going to...
Body.
Yes, that's good.
Body.
Then we are going to write our body. When we say a body is made of what? Of? Paragraphs. First, paragraphs.
Yes.
What is a paragraph? You know that? Right. So we're going to write paragraphs. What is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences. But these sentences, are they all equal the same? No. The first sentence is always what?
General.
The general idea. So it means that the first sentence is always what?
Topic.
The topic sentence. It means it gives you
General ideas.
the general idea. That's great. And
Explain the ideas.
that's good. After the general idea, you are going to give more what?
Example.
More examples, more details. So this is what we call, the others, we call them supporting sentences. It means these sentences, they help me to explain, to understand more this topic sentence. And this sentence, what do? They explain and give more information. Look, when we say topic sentence, this is my topic sentence. For example, public transportation ensures safety. And the supporting sentences, these are my supporting sentences, which I wrote next to A, B, and C. Now, how are we going to make a good paragraph? When we say paragraph, it means the topic sentence, the supporting sentences, they should be logical. It means if I give any sentence, it should have a relationship with the topic sentence. And all the sentences should be connected. And all the sentences should talk about what? One topic and one idea. In order to practice this, to show this, I want you to look at your handouts, the exercise about paragraphs. The first exercise, you see here we have an example of a paragraph, and at the top we have three different topics. So in your opinion, what does the paragraph talk about? What is the topic of the paragraph? Can you read the three topics here?
Putting in a
Yes, go ahead, Amina.
Which my first job, what my first job
Taught me. So the paragraph, does it talk about A, working in a laboratory? Is it about getting my first job? Or C, what my first job taught me? Taught, it's the simple past of teach. No, don't give me the answer immediately. Read it first for 1 minute and then give me the answer. Right, so could I have someone to read the paragraph, please? Any volunteer to read the paragraph? Yes, go ahead.
Learning responsibility. My first job was a sales assistant in a small clothes shop. It wasn't a difficult job, and I wasn't really a very interesting job. My best friend had a more exciting job. Every weekend, I had to open the shop at 10 o'clock. I couldn't be late. No, at weekend, I like to sleep late. I help customers find clothes. And I kept the shop clean and tidy. My parents' house was very clean too. I used the cash register and had the credit card, so I had to be very careful. This change as all rude me responsibility. Now I work a research laboratory. I don't work with clothes. I'm a maker, but I still use the important skill I learned in my first job.
Fine. So, can you tell me now, what is the correct topic? What does the paragraph talk about, in your opinion? Yes?
What my first job taught me.
That's good. How do you know that this is the topic? Which sentence tells you about this? Yes, Omar?
My first job was as a sales assistant in a small clothes shop.
Right, good. And this is the topic, and he's going to explain. But later on, there is a sentence in which he says, he in which he says this explicitly. Yes, third one.
This thing Allah taught me responsibility.
What number? What sentence number?
10.
Look at number 10. Yes, good. Go ahead, read.
This thing Allah taught me responsibility.
So this is like what? It's like a conclusion.
Yes.
Right. So this is why some people, they can write, you can write a paragraph, you can write a topic sentence, you can write supporting sentences, and sometimes you can also write you can write a concluding sentence, but this is not very necessary. You can just write your topic sentence and supporting sentences. And as I told you, all the sentences should be connected to the paragraph. So this is why in the second exercise you have to tell me which sentences, you are going to give me the number of the sentence, which sentences are not connected to the topic. In your opinion, are all the sentences connected? No. Of course, no. So you read and try to cross out the sentences which have no relationship with the paragraph. Take 1 minute and we'll correct afterwards. So which sentences, in your opinion, have no relationship with our paragraph? Yes, Fatima Zara?
My best friend had a more exciting job.
So what number is it?
Number 3.
Number 3. That's good. Because the topic was about what? So the writer, he explains the types of things he does in the shop. But look at number 3. My best friend had a more exciting job. Does it give us any detail about what he was doing in the job? No. So it means that we cross it out. So number 3, it's not connected. Yes, next.
I couldn't be late. Number 5.
Number 5, what do you think? When he say I couldn't be late. I couldn't be late. It means he couldn't be late for his job. So it's okay. Right. Yes, number
8.
That's good. Number 8, yes.
My parents' house it was very clean too.
You see, this sentence, it has no relationship. Yes. Does it explain to me what type of things he was doing in the job? No. So number 8, and there is another sentence before number 8. Yes. What is it?
Number 6.
That's good. Number 6. Can you read it?
New at weekend I like to sleep late.
Does it have a relationship with the topic? No, of course. So you see, it means that when you write a paragraph, try to write only the sentences which are connected to the topic sentence. Exercise number, look at the third exercise. Which, can you read the instruction? Which additional
sentence called be connected to the paragraph with C connected and you unconnected.
Unconnected. Now, I want you to tell me which sentences can we add to the paragraph, and these sentences can be connected. You're right, C. And which sentences you think cannot be added to the paragraph? They are unconnected. Let us work with A as an example. Could you read A? Yes?
I answered the phone and opened the post.
What do you think? Does this explain more what he was doing in the shop? Yes or no?
Connection.
Yes, so you write what? You write C. Okay, you write C. Now take 1 minute and you write C or U if the sentence is connected or if the sentence is not. And then we are going to correct afterwards. Now, let's go and see what ideas you can add to the paragraph and which you just drop. So, give me now B. Yes, Omar, go ahead.
On weekend, I did my homework for school. E.
You.
Is it connected?
In connection.
Right, it's not connected, of course, to the topic. And C. Yes.
I once worked delivering pizza too. You unconnected.
Unconnected, because the topic is working as a salesperson in a shop.
Yes.
It's not working as a pizza deliverer. And D. Yes, old one.
I learned how to choose and order new clothing. It's connected.
That's good, yes, because he works in a clothes shop. And E?
Dressing naturally and professionally was an important part of the job. Is C because it
is connected. That's good. Because when you work in a shop, and especially in a closed shop, you learn how to how to dress very well and how to dress neatly. Yes, Amin?
ILO assistant is a good job for me and connected.
It's unconnected. Are we interested in his job in a laboratory? We are not. We don't like to have any details about this. Right, and G? Yes, Tukina?
In the future, I would like to take some business trips. And connected.
And connected. In the future, I would like to travel for business. Is this detail, does this detail add information to the topic? No, so it's not connected. Now you understand now that when I want to write a paragraph, I should write my topic sentence. In the topic sentence, I give the general idea, and then I give supporting sentences and only sentences which are related to the topic. Fine. When I write the topic sentence and the supporting sentences, now of course the supporting sentences I can write 3 or 4. Do you think that it's a good idea to just write sentence next to each sentence without connecting them? No. So it means that I need what? So if I want to have a good paragraph, I need these things, but I also need what we call transitional words. And phrases, simply, this is how I would tell you this. I need what? I need connectors, the right connectors. You know that when we write, we need a lot of connectors in order to show the relationship between one sentence and another. For example, in this type of essay, which is talking about public transportation, I just explained, I am not giving any different opinions. So what type of connectors do you think am I going to use a lot? Is it, for example, transitional words, connectors which express addition or contrast?
Addition.
Yes, I'm going to use a lot of transitional words which express addition. Like what, Erdwan?
However, in addition to.
Yes, for example, I am going to use addition, and you know that the simple word I can use is what? And what else? Moreover, that's good. Yes, Omar, we can write. Moreover, for example, public transportation ensures safety. Now, we can write, for example, public transportation are wider, public transportation such as buses are wider, stronger, and more secure. Moreover, so when I add another detail, I need to connect. What else I can use?
In addition to.
That's good, yes. In addition to, and also I can use what? Furthermore, and of course the list is long. So if you want to have more information about this, you can just go to your textbook. You can find lots and lots of transitional words and phrases. Now, what are the other types of connectors? Yes, that's good. I can use, when I write a paragraph, I can use contrast. And you know, the simple word I can use? But. What else? I can use yet. I can use what? However. And of course, when I use this, it means when I see that the relationship between one sentence and another is contrast, I have to use this. Or sometimes, when you write an argumentative essay, or when you write about, for example, the advantages and disadvantages of something, if you want to connect one paragraph with another, you can use, for example, however, especially when two paragraphs are contrasting. Next, what else? What are the, yes? Example, good. That's good, because I have to use a lot of examples in my writing.
Yes.
But which words am I going to use to show? That's good, yes. For example, what else?
Such as.
That's good, yes. I mean, such as. When we say, for example, I can use what? For what?
For instance.
For instance, that's good. Next.
Consequence.
Other, yes?
Consequence.
Consequence, that's good. Or we call it?
Effect.
Effect. What are the connectors which express effect in English?
So.
That's good, yes. The easiest one is so. What else?
Therefore.
Therefore, yes. Therefore. So if I am talking about the result, if I want to tell about the result, I need to use one of these.
In the effect.
In the effect, let's make it simple. We can use as a consequence, as a result, as a consequence, consequently, yes?
So as to.
No, so as to is different. So as to, this is what? The purpose. For example, I learn how to write so as to write a good piece. It means why I am learning this, the goal or the purpose. So this is the purpose.
Because.
Because, that's good, yes. Because, what else? Since. Okay. For example, since there is no school tomorrow, so you don't have to come here. Since, it means because.
Because of.
Yes, that's good. And when we say because, of course we can say because of. But when we say because of, it's followed by what? Is it a sentence or a noun? Because of.
No.
Yes, it's followed by a noun, because of. And of course, you know that when I write an essay, the first part is the introduction, the second part is the body, but what is the third part?
Conclusion.
It's the conclusion. It means I have to use some words which tell me or which tell the reader that this is my conclusion. So it means I have to use word which express what?
Summary.
Yes, summarizing word. For example, I can use what?
In conclusion.
All in all.
All in all. So this word, it expresses the transition from the body to what? To a summary or to a conclusion.
Final.
Yes, that's good. Yes, finally.
In conclusion.
That's good. In conclusion. So this is generally some. Now, of course, it's not all the connectors that we can use, but some of the major, some of the most important connectors we can use when we write what? When we write our paragraphs. And they are very important, these transitional words, because they show me and they show the reader what are the relationship between this sentence and that sentence. Take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, write this, and then we can go and see the last stage of writing well. Right, so we said that I'm talking here in the first writing, so you know that it's not the final writing, just the first writing. I am testing my structure, I am testing my plan, my outline. And so far, I showed you how to write the introduction and the body, but we still have to know what information we'll write in the conclusion. Remember, the first thing I have to do is to use what? In order to show that this is my conclusion, I have to show it with the right transitional phrase, which is all in all. Now, before we discover together what information we have to include in the conclusion, I want someone to read the example, of course. Could you read it? All in all, yes, go ahead.
In all public transportation remains the safest, most
environment friendly
and economical mode of transport. People will just continue to use them for a long time to come.
No, I'd like you to have a look at the conclusion and you compare it with the introduction. Look at the information in the ideas and here. Are they the same or different?
Different.
Now look, We say ensures safety and they are the safest. It's the same or different?
The same.
The same. Most environment friendly, it means what? They are good for nature, they are good for the environment. And what else?
Economical.
Economical. What is economical here?
Save money.
Saves money. So the ideas that I have in the conclusion, are they the same or different from my introduction? The same. So it means that what is a conclusion? In the conclusion, so this is C. Conclusion, you just what? You repeat what? You repeat. You just repeat your answer to the question. The question was to show us how, or to show us the importance of public transportation. You don't give any new ideas, you just repeat the ideas, but of course here I'm just changing the words, but the meaning is the same. But there is something new. People will just continue to use them for a long time to come. What is this? This is my what?
My opinion.
That's good, yes. You can add, if you wish, you can add an opinion, but just be careful. When we write about the opinion, it has to be implicit. We don't say I think or I believe or in my opinion or in my view. Just do it and it should be discreet. It should be just implicit. It should be understood. Right. So you can see now the difference between introduction and the conclusion. Right. Now the final stage, E. Now, before I write on the paper, of course, I have to do what? I have to, this is what we call editing. And editing, or simply we call it what?
Correction.
Correcting. Before I write on the final exam, sheet, I have to correct. What do I correct? In your opinion?
Still formal.
That's good, yes. Let's think about what? We think about the style. When we say simply the style, it means the language of your writing. Let me give you an example. When, for example, you write a letter to a company, a university, is it the same as when you write to a friend?
No, it's different.
So the language is what?
It's different.
Different. For example, when you write to a company, a university, the language must be what?
Formal.
Formal. It means more, the language must be
More serious.
serious. But when you write to a friend, it's just informal. It means the language is what? Friendly and very
Simple.
simple. But again, we are writing an essay. We're not writing to a company, neither to a friend. So the language should be what? The language should be neutral. It means it's in between. It's the language that you find in textbooks, in newspapers, magazines, etc. Let me just give you an example. For example, these are two words which mean the same. Utilize and use. Which word do you think we're going to write an essay? Is it I need to utilize a pen or use a pen?
Use a pen.
Use, because this is what?
It's a formal.
It's very formal, right? So, formal. For example, we have commence and start. Which one would you prefer? Start, again, because commence, it's
formal.
very formal. I have nothing against formal language, but it's very specific to some specific situations. You have to be careful with formal language. Just try to work with neutral language. Second thing you have to be careful with is what? Pay attention to.
For example, the grammar.
Yes, we're going to see the grammar, but when we say introduction, body, and conclusion, this is what? Your structure. Right. You try to correct your structure and you answer the question, did I write an introduction? Did I write the body? In the body, did I write paragraphs? Did I use transition words? Did I write a conclusion? So this is what you need to ask yourself here. Yes, Amina, that's good. Next, we correct grammar. What do we correct exactly in grammar? Before language. That's good. We're going to talk first about what? Verb tenses. I need to use the right form and tenses of verbs. If I am talking about the past, it's the past. If I'm writing an expository essay, it's not the past, of course, it's just the simple present. That's good. Yes, Amina, you said articles. A, an, the, and no articles. You should know how to write them. Of course, and what? Pay attention to the order of words. What do you say? I already found him, or I found already him?
I already found.
I already found him. This is just an example.
Preposition.
Prepositions after what? After?
Adjectives.
After? Adjectives. For example, what do we say? I am interested in music, or I am interested at music?
In music.
That's good. I am interested in music. I am enthusiastic about music. So you have to see which prepositions are the correct one which comes after adjectives. Then we can correct. What is the next thing we are going to correct? Yes, Omar, you said language. I'm going to call it what?
Spelling.
What is spelling? It means writing words correctly. For example, we don't write school like this. This is a false spelling. This is how we write. So please pay attention to adjectives, adverbs, comparatives, superlatives, etc. and try to correct the spelling. Then, that's good, yes. I mean, we pay attention to what? To vocabulary. Vocabulary, it means you ask yourself, did I choose the right words? Just to give you an example, please try to avoid this adjective good and bad. They are very general adjectives. Don't use them. For example, a good student. For example, good student, good food. So we have two adjectives which are very, very large and general. So I need some precise and exact adjective. What can we say, for example, a good student? Can we replace good with another adjective? I can say, for example, what?
Brilliant.
A brilliant student, an intelligent student, a smart student. And here, good food?
Appreciative.
Yes, delicious. Delicious, because it's what? It's food. You see, I have to choose the right words in order not to confuse the reader. Then I have to what? What is this? These are examples of what? The comma, the full stop. So you have to be careful with what? With
Punctuation.
Punctuation. Please never forget punctuation, because it tells me where you pause, where you stop. And you have to know one thing. We always start a sentence with a capital letter. And when you finish your sentence, you finish your idea, you have to mark it with a full stop. So never forget punctuation. It's very important. Right. Thank you very much. Now I see that it's to you now. It's up to you to do the work. I have shown you today how you can write very well. So I'm going to ask you to, from now on, you are going to do some practice at home and try to work with the steps of good writing. Because this is the only way you can write well and you can learn how to write. Do you have any questions? No. Thank you very much and see you next time. Try to write these things down and class is dismissed. Right, take care everybody and be sure to do some practice at home.